This trucker suddenly noticed a reckless driver trying to cut in last second at the zipper merge. But instead of backing off, he decided to give him a hard time and held his ground. That's when the two vehicles collided, which made the driver extremely angry. He started braking and slowing down, and only seconds later, he stopped right in the middle of the road. The guy jumped out and told the trucker to pull over while his girlfriend pulled out her phone to take pictures. But it wasn't over yet. After checking the damage, the guy got back in his car, demanding the trucker pull over. But he had other plans and tried to escape. That backfired instantly as the driver stayed right in front of him, and they eventually pulled over anyway. This tow trucker captured a shocking moment when a Karen tried to escape with her Jeep. But Karma was waiting because her plan backfired instantly. And you gotta see what happened next. The filming guy kept saying she only had to pay $68, but now her car was completely wrecked.
I got it all on camera. All this instead of just paying $63, right? All this instead of just paying $63, right? All of this instead of just paying $63.
This scooter rider smashed the cam car's windshield with his bare fist because he was angry that he couldn't afford a car. But the filming driver wasn't gonna let that slide and immediately started chasing the idiot down. He was much slower than a car, but used his advantage of being able to ride on the sidewalk. When that didn't work, he pulled a quick turnaround trying to throw the cam car off. That's when the scooter rider ran a red light and nearly got hit by another car. But that risky move bought him just enough time to vanish and escape the chase. This Uber driver was just taking a few passengers to the airport when he experienced the most shocking thing ever in 25 years of driving. The guy next to him suddenly reached over and grabbed the steering wheel out of nowhere. But it didn't stop there. The driver hit the brakes and came to a full stop right in the middle of the highway. Then the guy randomly jumped out of the car and started running like he was on some kind of secret mission. This trucker was going 50 miles an hour when he suddenly noticed that his brakes stopped working. He immediately panicked, and his passenger was in total shock because they were approaching an intersection. With no time to lose, they prepared for a crash, and the trucker had to think fast. He steered past the waiting cars, and luckily no one was. This guy was making a turn when suddenly an angry road rager passed him in his pickup truck, despite a double yellow line just because he was going too slow for his liking. But instead of just driving off, he slowed down and kept messing with him. After a while, he came to a full stop in the middle of the road and jumped out yelling insults, ready to fight. But the cam driver had no plans on fighting him and just reversed his car until he had enough space to maneuver.
The biker was stuck at a red light as it had already changed 3 times without letting him through. That's when a cop noticed it and pulled up to help.
I'm gonna stop the traffic and you follow me. Only you.
The officer drove ahead to block traffic and let the biker through. We definitely need more cops.
The trucker was driving across a bridge when suddenly a pickup crashed into her head on. She completely lost control of her truck. Her guardian angel must have been watching over her because it somehow stayed on the bridge. It was insanely close and she was terrified for her life. But luckily help arrived about an hour later and was able to get her out of the truck.